Well, I'm back in the car at Kingsbury Water Park today to do some painting. The weather's not great, so I'm gonna stick in the car rather than sit outside. But there's even where I am now, there's 3 or 4 different scenes to paint, so I'll just give you a quick look around. Now this is the first one, straight ahead of me. I like the path, the way it just goes off into the distance. You don't quite know where it's going. So I'm going to start with that. Time permitting, there's a little view there through the trees to the lake. Then there's another one over here, similar sort of view. I mean, they're all pretty similar, but we can always do something with them. And then there's a nice one over there. So I've got my usual palette. I'll just put the right one around. Ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. And if I just move that out of the way, this is what I use for when I'm painting outdoors. All I do, I just rest that up against the steering wheel. Would help if I had it the right way around. I rest that up against the steering wheel, and then you just take these little clips off. And a little tray for all the gear. I've got all this stuff in. I mean, obviously the paints I'll be using. I mean, these other brushes I carry, I don't know why I got them in here really, because I never use them. Drawing. This is a waterproof fine liner pen. I haven't done sort of pen and wash stuff for ages. This is the main, obviously the main hake brush there. 3/4 inch flat, comes in handy for sharp edges. And then the little rigger for the figures. Another quick look at this view. You can see not much happening in the sky, so I have to try and liven that up a bit. So I'll start just by wetting the paper all over. I'm not going to wet it too much because obviously out here I ain't got my hair dry and I don't want to be stood around waiting ages for the paper to dry. I just ain't got the patience. So, raw sienna. Go down to the bottom. And then clean the brush. And into the ultramarine. Such a Payne's grey as well. It's a bit of a dull day. Bit of Payne's grey in there, and then I'm just going to come down the page. You can see how this is dried already. Let's just pull that tight a bit. I'm just going to clean the brush and then just put a few clouds in. We go with alizarin crimson, Payne's grey. Just work our way down to the bottom. Yeah, try and make some sort of order of it all. I'm going to get the tissue out in a bit, make some white cloud, just to try and so this obviously works best when it's clean tissue, as opposed to the old stuff that's already got paint dried on it, because it doesn't absorb it as well. Doesn't matter. I just want to make sure the bit where the trees are going to go are lighter, so that the profile of the tree stands out more. So I'm going to go clean the brush. I'm going lemon yellow. Hang on, a bit wet this is. Ultramarine, lemon yellow. There's our little trees there. I'll just clean the brush because I want to get it just a bit of variation, a bit of raw sienna, slightly lighter. If I get that lighter then you'll see in a bit, because then this nearer bush on the right hand side will stand out more. Just darken there. So that's the again, if I sort of lighten these as well on this side, it'll help the others stand out better. So if I do this one next, and if I go for a really dark ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, and it would have been better if that was dry, but it doesn't matter, I'll just put it on really thick. You can see because that's light and dark, just makes for a more pleasing composition. And push that right up out of the picture at the top, and I can see maybe a little bit of red in there, so I'm just putting that red in. Switch back to the lemon yellow, bit of Payne's grey, and then maybe just a few little, see a few twigs and spits. Try not to overdo that. I often overdo it myself. It's so tempting to keep going at it. And again, just clean the brush. And I might put this path in now. Now I'm going to go light red, ultramarine. No, I'm going to exaggerate the path a bit more, so I'm going to sort of come something like that. And then get it and then just leave it. Don't fiddle around with it, just leave it. I mean, that goes with most of the painting. Try not to fiddle. You'll only make it worse. 9 times out of 10 you'll just make it worse. Now for these on the right hand side, I want them nice and dark. So I've made this area lighter so that this darker bit will stand out more. Bring that down to about there. And again, just the odd little branch here and there. Try not to overdo it. And there's a few bushes and stuff coming down here. Bit of burnt umber, light red. I'm going to do too much more scraping there. Clean the brush. And then raw sienna. Lemon yellow, burnt umber. Just going through the palette, mixing it, just varying the colour as I go around. And again, clean the brush. As soon as it gets too dark, clean the brush and start with your light colours again. And go raw sienna across there, and then lemon yellow.